Welcome back, Classic Conversations. I'm fresh as always. We got Vic, who's sipping on
coconut water.
All right, got to stay hydrated in this thirsty world. Miaya is not able to be with us. She's not feeling well. So
Headache Maya.
Yeah. Apparently she always has one. I didn't say it. But hopefully she feels better. We appreciate you for tapping in with us once again. Shit. A lot been going on. I haven't been here the last time, so I'm definitely going to get it in this time. So, how we going to do it today? I'm just going to throw some questions at you. Okay. You know, some things that's been happening. So, you said you haven't been watching Power.
I haven't seen none of Power.
None of it.
Not this episode.
I saw the first one. I haven't watched. I think we on the third one now. I saw the first one.
Okay.
Haven't seen 2 or 3, so I'm kind of with you on that. But definitely the dun moment that happened. And
are you about to spoil it for me?
I'm definitely gonna do that.
No, nigga, hell no. What are you doing?
I'm definitely about to do that.
All right.
It's just one spoiler, bro. I told y'all to watch it, man.
No, I don't need
up.
no spoilers. You need to ask questions without spoiling.
I can't do that, bro.
Man, I'm gonna spoil everything for you for the rest of the time I know you.
That's a deal. I'll take that one for this one. First, I'll lead off with this one. I'll lead off with this one. Coming off of the last season, off of some of the things that have happened and transpired. Team Tasha, Team Angela, which side were you feeling more? Whose side were you on?
I don't think I was on
Angela was the law. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fucking with the law.
I have to choose one?
Yeah.
Because I don't really fuck with neither one of them, to be honest.
I mean, and that's an okay answer. But you know how Tasha kept him kind of...
Yeah, I mean, well, if I have to choose, I'll probably say Angela, for real, because, I mean, she was the feds, but she was still really keeping the nigga Ghost out of harm's way when shit hit the fan majority of the time.
Right.
Tasha, when Ghost wanted to lead the game and he just wanted to do the club thing, she was like, no, let's keep doing this drug shit consistently in like the earlier seasons. So I would say for the most part, I don't know, I feel like Tasha could have avoided a lot of this shit. I'm not sure if the cheating with Ghost started before or after that conversation they had about him wanting to get out the drug game. But
right.
If it was after, then I think that's definitely one of the main causes.
I think it was after, because that's how I saw it. Kind of saw it the same way, where she kept him stagnant. He wanted to, like, who wants that stress forever, right? Knowing especially there are no old kingpins,
right?
You know,
right.
Shit. Hey, niggas get to a certain point where they should have got out the game, and then they get caught, and then they wish they would have got out the game. So I felt like she kept him held back, kept him stagnant. So I'm not gonna say per se that makes me, on the side of Angela, but I definitely found myself rooting for her, if for no other reason than,
right.
To see him elevate.
So you're choosing Angela then?
I guess, yeah. They're really, but purely on just the effect that it had on him.
Yeah.
As opposed to her personality or her profession. It's like she inspired him to do better. Yeah. Where the other side was definitely inspiring him to just do the same old same. So I definitely said in that very case, because after the first episode, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but after the first episode, or really it's been an ongoing conversation, but people that were having the conversation definitely sparked up the conversation again, like which side
you choosing,
which side they were choosing. But then with that the commotion that came about and everybody being kind of shocked at what happened and upset, 50 reminded everybody, why y'all upset? Because it's not over. There are supposed to be 4 spinoffs, even though Power is over. There's supposed to be 4 different spinoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
4?
He said 4 early on. now he's just saying that there are spinoffs. So because I can't see 4 different ones.
Me neither.
But I can definitely see at least 2. I was thinking like definitely if you're gonna do a spinoff, I could definitely see like a prequel type joint, like maybe the story of Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan before Power to show the story of Kanan being their big homie and how they set him up. That would be a good one, right? I don't know if they would do it with younger actors or if they would try to make them look younger, but I think that would be a dope one of the spinoffs.
You gonna talk about the fucking intro?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get to that.
Okay.
I was just gonna hit him with a couple different scenario possible spinoffs. If we're gonna do that, I think that would be a dope prequel. Or obviously it kind of depends on what happens at the end of the season. But I could definitely see one with maybe like Tariq and maybe Tariq and Ghost. You know what I mean? If they can get their shit together, even if they don't, even if they on some fuck you dad shit, if they had a spinoff, Ghost and Son.
I don't think that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. Or maybe that nigga Dre and Tariq. But I think any spinoff would definitely have to have Tariq just because as much as people hate him.
Yeah, I mean Tariq can definitely. I mean, I don't know what this nigga. He's gonna be the future kingpin now.
I mean, they said a couple times that he was Ghost 2.0. And, I've heard it said, you just like Ghost. So I could see there being, I'm not sure if I would watch a Power, strictly
spin-off.
with just spinoff with just Tariq.
What other movie, have any other shows, like famous shows, have had spinoffs?
Yeah, but nothing like that. Like you had like Blackish and then they had Grownish.
Right. Okay. I think that's a successful spinoff though, but that was wow. Early on in the seasons of Blackish, and it goes on the same time simultaneously.
True. Like I don't think I can remember anything like on something like Power or The Wire or something like that had a spinoff. Some movies had some spinoffs where they adapted them and made them TV shows, but that kind of works sometimes it doesn't. I think it could work. I think it could prolong it, but I just hope it doesn't make people go, damn, this is trash. I wish they would have just continued Power. But I'm actually happy to see Power go.
You go.
Not even on that.
Just so it would run its course too.
Yeah, it's run its course, and you don't want to push something so long that it messes up the legacy of it or the right. Like I feel like they did that shit with Fast and Furious. Like they should have been kept that shit.
That shit that they just did, the spinoff was so weak.
It was weak.
That shit was garbage. That shit was so fucking.
I think they should have capped it when Paul Walker died. That last one where they put his brother in a couple scenes and they let him drive off. That should have
been the last one. They money hungry.
Exactly. So that's my thing. Money, I think they should definitely for the, if you want to say, oh, that's a classic 3 or 4, 5 seasons, cool. Let's cut it where it doesn't get to the point where now it's just too much drama, too much bullshit, and they just holding on for too long. You feel me? But Joe's version versus Trey Songz.
Is he going back? You think it's gonna go back on there?
He said this next episode is supposed to switch back. He said that. That's what 50 said. Because, niggas was on Trey head.
Yeah, that shit was weak. That damn, come on, man. That shit was garbage.
What's the old girl name? Jess, Messy Jess.
Jess Hilarious?
Yeah. She did a video where she said basically, Trey not hungry enough. Joe was more hungry, maybe because he lacking record sales, but Trey was too happy. Joe had the desperation to make that shit sound real. So I think, after niggas make those comments, niggas laugh at it, and co-sign it.
Yeah, nigga, that was his nice way of showing Trey Songz, like, okay, before I snatch this shit off there.
Trey probably don't care. He got his little check. Oh no, 50 said he did that shit was free, didn't he?
He said it as a favor to him.
As a favor.
I'm pretty sure he got some fucking residuals.
I'm sure. But I'm sure Joe happy because like they said, Joe ain't had no album. Back. Yeah, he get his bread back because he ain't had an album or record sale in a long time. So I'm sure that's a good check.
I think that he recorded that the same time they did the shit with G Unit.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna be alive.
Oh yeah,
that dinner was like the same session the same session.
That record was definitely old from what I heard.
Yeah, I'm saying that had to be. That's the same exact producer and all that. That had to be the same session that was in there.
Oh yeah. I wonder what the reason is. If 50 just cheap, he said, "Fuck it, I got this shit sitting in the vault. I gotta use it for something."
Or it's like shit, nigga, when you got a hit, nigga, that shit is like, hey,
yep,
this shit just been sitting. I might as well use it now.
Might as well use it.
Because if that would have came out as a regular song, I don't know if it would have the same impact.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
They chose the right one out of that batch with.
Right.
The shit with all of them, with Young Buck, 50, and all that.
Yeah, nah, I think it fit perfectly. So perfectly that he shouldn't have changed it. He should just leave that shit, especially on the last season. Like, I don't know why he would want to change it on the last season, but I kind of feel like he could have possibly done that shit just for this. Just to shake things up. Because he's definitely a professional troll.
You see how he was really going around saying niggas owe the money, but that was really just promo for them. Like Michael Blackson had some shit coming out. He's talking about Michael Blackson on money, all that type of shit. It's like, bro, is really the ultimate marketer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely smart with that one. Yeah, you ain't no capping 50 on that shit. You can't outdo him. 50 is definitely the troll master, and he used it to his best of his abilities, and it always worked in his favor. Right before you about to announce something, he definitely used that shit to cover the time. I think Power usually come out in June. This year came out in August. So he kept his name out there.
I feel like all the shows that were like really popping for the last 2 years, 3 years. Like, people really didn't give a fuck to see him go. Like, Game of Thrones had a horrible fucking ending. Niggas wasn't tripping about seeing that shit go.
I remember a bunch of people actually even petitioned for a rewrite for that Game of Thrones. Yeah, they were like, it's so trash. I gotta come back again, try it again.
I mean, all the shit happened in the first 3 episodes of the last season, and the last 4 was just talking in politics, and like when they burnt the whole city down. But I mean, other than that, I'm not gonna lie though, the fight scene was a good ass fight scene though. That was the longest fight scene in history. I don't know if you ever seen like Twilight or any of them long fight scenes. Lord of the Rings, it's longer than Lord of the Rings fight scene, and there was some crazy shit going on too. In the end of that episode should have damn near been the end of the season. It just could have went from there, but
I got you.
Niggas wanted to do ignorant shit.
I got you. Nah, I definitely heard all of that shit. But that's what I'm saying. I hope that this season for Power don't end up being that poo-poo. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think 50's gonna do that to us though, low key. I mean, the little shit he did on BET was a flop. But I mean, I don't know. Power was already turned into a soap opera, so maybe that's why I ain't been like super enthusiastic to see it, just because it was getting real loopy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I don't know. One day I'll get into it to where it's like it'll just pop up like, all right, let me just watch Power.
Go back and watch it. Yeah.
Watch Power.
Nah, I felt the same way. That's why another reason why I'm glad it's gonna be done. Just so it don't get to that point where it's really just too fantastical and it's just way out on some, some daytime TV type shit.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching How to Get Away with Murder. When that shit had came out, like I used to be watching that shit a lot.
So what do you watch? If anything, right now?
I don't really be at home that much to watch shit for real. Like I was watching the football game on my computer.
Have you seen any of the new documentaries? The Wu-Tang, the Travis Scott?
Well, Wu-Tang is in a documentary. That's an original Netflix series.
You think about which one, the Hulu one or the Amazon? They did have
Hulu one.
Yeah, they had a documentary on Amazon as well.
Oh, it's on Amazon. I do have Amazon Prime too. I need to watch that. I need to watch the Meek Mill.
And
I did see that movie, Good Boys, though.
I haven't seen it.
That shit is hilarious. That's like the funniest movie I've seen in a long ass time.
I'm gonna have to put that on my list then.
Seth Rogen wrote that shit. I didn't even know that.
Okay, yeah, I saw the trailer. I didn't think it was gonna be that funny, but I'm gonna have to watch it.
Dog, I was in there laughing the whole time, front to back of the movie.
I'm gonna check that out.
But what do I watch? Shit, I watch
Are you a fan of Travis Scott?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't think his music is good. I'm just.
Well, for the record, just because I'm a definite real nigga like that, y'all were right. Once upon a time, a couple episodes ago, we were talking about that shit, and I said that a lot of his white fan base came from no girl Kardashian. Y'all right. In there, he the flame. The whole thing, just white kids since the beginning. So y'all made that comment. I'm not that unreasonable. I definitely can admit when I was wrong. In that time, I was definitely wrong. Really, but it showed in the documentary. I did.
I mean, you seen so they had in that Travis Scott documentary too, though. When bro had opened up for Casey, Casey Veggies, and then Kanye came to the show and all that type of shit. So I wasn't present for that. I think Taj was there though for that show. But that was a big monumental part in history. But you see, Travis Scott is definitely elevated over time. I'm just not. That's just not my real type of music for real.
No, shit, it's not really mine either. Apparently, it's the cameraman's. But
oh, you love Travis Scott, bro?
I like to rage.
Yeah, that's
he's a pill popping animal.
Man, I can't. Nah, man. When I went and obviously was not prepared for that shit because I'm not I don't follow that shit. Obviously.
Mosh pit? Hold on, what? So you be like going there and get socked in the face?
I socked in the face.
Yeah,
if people ever sock me, I will.
People get knocked out.
If I ever seen a dude like you sock me in a mosh pit?
Well, here's the fucked up thing though, dude. When I was there, dude like rushed past me, stepped on my shoe. So I socked. Nah, some dude. He was rushing. He was rushing to the mosh pit, right? And so I socked him. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's already on his way to the fucking mosh pit, so he think he already there. It didn't even faze him. So it's like, what? So I just gotta take it.
That's being sensitive. If you're gonna go to a show like
first of all, I didn't
get mad.
Bro, I didn't expect it because I don't know that at this point in time.
How you supposed to know you're going to the Travis Scott concert? There's gonna be a mosh pit.
I don't follow him, and obviously I didn't know.
Not always common.
I didn't know that I was gonna. They gave me floor tickets, so I get there. Bro gives me here are your tickets. Oh, they floor tickets. I'm thinking, cool. I'm on the floor right by the stage. I'm literally like 12 people from the fucking stage when I first started. But then I don't know what the fuck is going on. All I know is I just see people just backing up. And all of a sudden, I'm 12 people from the stage. Now I'm 20 people. Next thing I know, mosh fucking pit. And I'm got like, oh, shit. People are literally jumping down from like the seats, jumping off from row 1 down to the floor to jump into the mosh pit. Had no idea. This is not what I planned, and this is definitely not what I expected because I'm not a Travis fan like that. I just got tickets because somebody else wanted me to ask for tickets, and they gave me 2 tickets, but they were floor tickets. So,
Saudi.
I'm cool.
Okay, I remember now what I watched now. Okay. So, I'm like an old ass man. I watch.
Join the club.
I mean, of course, I watch ESPN. Of course, I just watch on YouTube, like Skip and Shannon. I watch the highlights from that shit. Like, I love my nigga Shannon Sharp. And then I watched a show called 911. I was watching this shit called Claws with Karuchi and all these other females. But that shit got like super like melodramatic too. So I ain't really watched that shit for real. And it's this other show. I said 911, but it's this other show. I can't think. It's kind of like on some Grey's Anatomy type shit, but it's called The Resident. That's what it's called, The Resident. Watch The Resident. All that shit is on Hulu though. So, and Blackish and Grownish. But other than that, I don't really. I can't really name too many shows. Queen Sugar. Okay, Queen Sugar is a good ass show. Gotcha. Other than that, I don't really watch too many shows like that.
Okay. Yeah, for me, most of the shit I've been watching is those documentaries. Travis, the Wu-Tang documentary. I did watch the Meek joint, Free Meek. Definitely eye-opening to his circumstance.
Yeah.
So definitely should watch that because I didn't know he went through so much.
That's for sure one of my favorite rappers too.
Yeah. So yeah. I haven't been watching anything steadily, but a few nights I did throw on a couple of those series and those 3 and watch them over time.
Okay.
So yeah, you should definitely check those out too.
Yeah, fuck with them.
But hey, what y'all should do is y'all should definitely hit our comments and let us know what the fuck you've been watching. And anything you think that we should catch as well, and then maybe even talk about, we'll definitely do that. But stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. Pleasant Conversations, Fresh, Vic, no Miaya today, just me, Vic, and Marvin.
The Ranger.
The Ranger.